drive-by again. Back to the service center with all these other trucks that look just like mine. Okay guys, I'm in my office because my truck is gone again. I just came to you guys about 3 days ago and told you how, hey, I'm excited to have my truck back. And unfortunately, there's more problems. So I actually got a check engine light. Okay, so I put that video out about 3 days ago, and the check engine light came on again roughly 3 days ago. So right after I put that video out, I actually got a check engine light, and I had 34 codes on there. So right now, I don't know what's going on with the truck. But this isn't a deterrent for me because, for one, it's brand new, it's under warranty, and so it's going to be fixed. But the problem is the inconvenience of taking it back and forth to the dealer, and I'm keeping you updated like this. For one, I'm transparent by telling you this is my first diesel vehicle. This is the first time in the history of me ever having a car, and I have to take it back to the dealer like this. So I keep getting an emissions code. I just want to say thank you guys for all you diesel owners out there that are 5, 10, 15, 20 years of driving a diesel. I appreciate your input. I'm taking your advice. I'm going to start going to truck stops to get my gas or my fuel. So that to me, that was like one of the best tips I could have ever gotten. Because again, I'm just some dude posting stuff on the internet, and I feel like we're an internet family. So there's a whole bunch that you can teach me about owning a diesel vehicle. But overall, just having this check engine light and then so first, the check engine light came back on. I ran the code reader and I got PF259 or something like that. It's basically saying that there's something wrong with one of the sensors. The dealer claims they couldn't find this last time. I ran the code. I showed her the code. I showed her the reader and everything. She said, "Oh my gosh, she's just a service person, though." But the point is, I had proof this time. So the check engine light came back on. So I haven't driven the truck since I did that last video. I came home. It drives. All right, let's be clear. It drives, but I just chose not to drive it. I'm just going to park it. You know what I'm saying? I can drive another vehicle. So check engine light came on right after I shot that video. And then they gave me a brand new camera. The camera messed up again. Got that red X across the camera. That, to be fair, that's only happened one time. Like before, it was happening a lot. Now it's only happened one time. But also, to be fair, I paid a lot of money for this truck. This is becoming a bad experience. But I'm not the type of person to crap all over a company because something is happening to me with their product. They're being very, they're handling their business. They're doing all they can do to try to get it fixed. So the camera messed up one time after having it. This all kind of happened in the same day, as a matter of fact. Well, no, the camera was the next. No, the camera was first, and then the check engine light. Kind of all in the same day. So my radio keeps resetting itself too. So that's really the most frustrating part is that I really enjoy this truck, and I don't want to sell this truck. It's so weird. I'm not attached to anything that I get. I'll buy a vehicle and sell it and trade it off in a heartbeat. I don't freaking care. It's just a car. If I want something different, I'm going to get it. But with this truck, I've definitely gotten a little attached to it, and I actually really like it. For one, that color's not available anymore, and it's something that's not offered anymore, so that makes me even more excited about it. Now, the truck was $65,000. I paid $55,000, I think it was, or something like that, or $59,000 or something like that. Also, it was $60,000. I paid $55,000, I think, something like that. So the point I'm getting at is that now when you run my truck through, like buying that same truck, $73,000. So I told the lady, I said, "Hey, listen, I don't have any intentions on selling my truck. I need it, I want it, but if you guys can't fix this will be my last diesel that I purchase. I'm not going to go up to the 6.6 liter Duramax. I don't have the need to go up that far in engine size if it's one of my daily drivers. So I will go back to I told her, I said, I'll order the same truck, just in a regular, go back to my 2.7 liter or get the 5.3 or the 6.2. I'm just going to go back to something other than a diesel if this continues to happen. It's frustrating, folks. It is a very frustrating thing to deal with, but I'm a very patient person. And she was like, man, you sure are patient. You're not screaming and yelling. I'm like, well, why would I do that to you? I'm not going to disrespect you like that. The truck still drives. I could drive it if I want to, but I'm just choosing not to drive it because, sometimes they'll try to say, well, you should have stopped driving. Dealers, even though it's under warranty, that doesn't mean that they're going to fix it. They'll try to blame it on the customers sometimes. I've had places do that. Never with GM, but still, it's a possibility. You know what I mean? So at this point in the game, the truck is back in the shop. So I'm just kind of surprised because I was ready to enjoy it. I'm officially a little over 4,000 miles, but it's weird that this keeps happening. And then the kicker that she told me, she said, this time when I turned it in, she said, I pull up your VIN, I see you have the new version of the Duramax, and they are still, now, of course, people are saying that there's a new version coming out, but she pulled up my VIN and she said, well, it looks like you have the new Duramax, and the new Duramax attached to the refreshed radios is having some problems. So I'm like, what? Why didn't you tell me that last time? But she could just be saying that just to say it. I don't know. But what does she gain by lying to me? I'm just going to go buy something else anyway. It's either going to be a GMC or a Chevy for the truck, that is. But my truck is back in the shop. Can you believe it? And I'm bringing you these updates. This is not to deter anyone from buying the Duramax diesel. Like I said, I want my truck. I enjoy my truck. The fuel economy is unmatched by even some cars. My cars don't get 600-700 to the tank. Just doesn't happen. So I enjoy the truck. I want the truck. I don't plan on selling the truck. But if the truck keeps breaking down or the truck keeps having problems, I'm going to go ahead and do a sale for it. I just don't see the point in, I'm not enjoying it. So I'll go back to a regular gas engine or just go completely EV and then be done with it. Because I'm going EV, just not yet. But if I have to make a switch and I can make that huge profit off of my truck, why wouldn't I? Wouldn't you? So yeah, my truck's in the shop again, man. And I'm a little frustrated with it. I'm a little agitated with it. But what could I really do? I'm not going to let something like this get me to the point where the first thing is to just get rid of the truck. No, because this has been happening since 500 miles. But I felt like, hey, ride it out. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you guys, when you were commenting back then, you said, Jay, just keep driving it. It'll fix itself. And a lot of you guys said this was happening to me, but eventually at about 3,000 or 2,000 miles, it stopped. And that's it. One person reported that they did have a sensor go bad. And after that sensor was repaired, all their problems went away. I don't know if anybody who's been reporting about the radio resetting itself. My complaint from the last video was that my radio keeps the Android doesn't work well with the car, even though it's Android based. I start filming, getting away. But yeah, I mean, folks, when I tell you, what are the odds of this? I genuinely love this truck. It's perfect for me. I've already gotten my leather redone. I spent $800 plus tax on that low profile camper. I put the rails on. I've upgraded the speakers to kickers. I put a little bit of cash into this. Not a lot, a few thousand or a couple thousand maybe. But still, I don't want to get rid of it. I'm annoyed by going back and forth to the dealer. So how would you respond? I ask you this. Current owners and future owners, because there's a lot of people watching my videos who don't have the truck and they're waiting on the truck. What are you going to do if your truck starts to do this, where you have to keep taking it in for service? How many times is it going to take for you to take your truck into service to say, screw this, I'm selling this and I'm going back to a regular gas vehicle, or I'm going EV, or I'm just buying something else? So this man Jay, that's where we're at right now. The truck's back in the shop.